Ladies and gentlemen of Bachelor Nation, we have a breaking news story. Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, a stand-up comedian and host of Bachelor Nation News. And Riley finally speaks. What's that? Riley finally speaks. That's right. Riley, a fan favorite in Bachelor Nation, finally gives his thanks and speaks sort of publicly on his social media for all of the support he's received throughout the last few weeks and months during his breakup with Marissa. If you don't know the story, what are you doing here? Come on, we all know the story. He and Marissa Gunn met on Bachelor in Paradise this past summer, got engaged, had a very sort of passionate romance, and it ended recently. We'll kind of track what actually went down. I'm going to read his statement. Let me tell you something. I accidentally I just recorded this whole video and realized I wasn't recording. I didn't hit the record button. Oh, Dave, it's Thursday. Come on now. But I was getting teary-eyed reading his statement, so I probably won't get as emotional reading it again because now I know what I read. But whew, boy. Does this guy have some conviction? Does this guy have some love to share with all of us? Maybe it's a little bit of love that you need today. I'm going to share it for you guys. I also want to mention a few other things I have going on. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We have a Patreon happening today at 10 a.m. live stream. If you're working from home or have a place where you can log on to the live stream, go to patreon.com/Dave Neal and work with Dave. And also, the Dave Neal community on Facebook is free and there's 1,500 members. I wanted to just shout this out because every day or most days I start the morning off with a little bit of a Facebook status and kind of say hi to everybody. And if people have show ideas or stuff, they can pitch them to me. We source a lot of our news from here. And then I mentioned that I'm going to be drinking maple pecan Starbucks today. And boy, does it hit nice. MPD, yeah, you know me, Maple Pecan Dave. And of course, with the Hogwarts, I've got Harry Potter energy, HPE, with the Harry Potter wand. It's going to be a good Thursday. Let's get thirsty. All right. So I've got another video coming out on Dave Neal's show later today, The New American Dream. If you're not getting what you want out of life and you might think that you have a story worth telling or content you want to share, whether it's through information or entertainment or a combination of the two, I think you're going to need to check out this video. There's a lot of money to be made out there, living your dreams, working for yourself, not having a boss. I am proof of that, and I think these people will be as well. So check that video out on Dave Neal's show later on today. I'm just waiting for it to get approved for monetization. All right, so Marissa deleted Riley. Bachelor Nation began to speculate. This happened, between New Year's and after Christmas and before New Year's. Then we thought maybe the relationship was going to recover. Riley announced he's going to have a new law firm, and Marissa liked it. Okay, good. Maybe some recovery. But then, things took a turn. She stopped wearing the engagement ring. All the photos were deleted. And, Bachelor Nation, as we project onto others, really wanted this to work out because we really liked what we saw. Didn't happen. 2 days ago, Marissa makes a joke about Kanye because Kanye delivered a truck full of flowers to Kim. Now, if you don't know that story, it's super toxic. We're going to keep talking about it. It's a real bad story. Kanye's been harassing Kim and her new boyfriend and apparently bought a home next to hers. It's a whole mess. I've made several videos on the Dave Neal show about it. It's getting tons of views because it's fascinating. It's horrifying. And we really hope that it's settled soon because it's just tough to watch. But Marissa made a joke about that apparently, and it did not go over well. And people were saying, "Oh, Marissa's got that same sort of toxic love where she wants toxicity, where she wants an unhealthy version of what we think love is." Because like most rom-coms we watch, we were indoctrinated to think like love is this thing where it's like you show people the world to do all these things, and it's like no, love is dessert, not the main course. We need to take care of ourselves first, and unfortunately, they weren't able to get there together. Hopefully they can get there on their own. So here's Riley's statement. I'm going to read it for you guys in full. And he's crushing it with this suit photo. Looks amazing. I'd love to know what that suit is. Who you wearing, Riley? Let us know. Nice watch combo. Looking off, I'll just read his statement and we'll give our thoughts. It takes a while for me to heal, but I thank you all for your patience. This has not at all been an easy time. This has been one of the most difficult times of my life, but as with everything, I always do my best to move forward with hopeful and positive spirits. But you see, I was always taught by my pops that we bend but don't break, but some very good people showed me otherwise. To Deja Pickle, who stayed up into the early hours of the morning listening to me wail, then calling me a few hours later to make sure I was awake pursuing the dreams we talked about since 1L year. Thank you. I'm guessing that's year one law school. It meant more than you know. To my mama, who I've spent more time with in the past month than I have in the past 5 years combined. The person who taught me that it's okay to break because the good people in my life would carefully and gently help me put my broken pieces back together. And you did just that, Mama. You are the toughest and most amazing woman I know. I don't have the words to properly thank you for what you've done for me, but just know that I love you with everything that I have, and I promise I'll come home more often. I'll never forget what you've instilled in me over the years. The family is inside the fort, and we protect the fort at all times. To my pops, who I haven't seen in 11 years, if you could see me today, I think you'd be proud. I'll never forget the time we spent together and the breakfast you made for the family every Sunday morning after baseball practice. The thought of Sunday morning breakfast with family has kept me going all these years. And also, I'll never forget that we were made right in the inner city of Detroit. To my very passionate Bachelor Nation fans who reached out to offer support, just know that I saw and appreciated every word. Love you all. Now, let's have some fun and be great all 2022. Pretty powerful stuff there. Now, what we know from Riley is when he was on Claire and Tayshia's season, he had a hard time opening up. He really did. He had a hard time sharing his story, and it took him, I believe, to a new place when he was able to do that. A real breakthrough for him. It's always important to like deburden ourselves, and sometimes we think we're normal until we start addressing some of our problems. We get what's called the frog in the throat. It really feels like you're being strangled when you try to like deburden from like past trauma or situations that are left unearthed. And he's done a lot of that work. Now, this is a guy who's got it all. I said this in the video that I didn't actually air, and I'm rethinking it all, that we don't in Bachelor Nation deserve a guy like Riley. On one end, I want him to leave Bachelor Nation because he needs to ascend to greater things, because Bachelor Nation can like pick apart people's flaws and insecurities, and there's a lot of toxicity. But on the other hand, I want Riley to stay because we need people like him who have like real talents in life. I mean, a real motivational speaker, a real hard worker. He's always up at like sunrise working out. He's building his own law firm now. He has all of these attributes that would make him a fantastic, by the way, lead for the show. Okay? I'm all on board Riley as the lead. Guy's a lawyer. Guys, he's had some bad relationships. He's already built so much love and rapport with the Bachelor audience. Leave a comment. Can we get this guy as the lead of the show? If he doesn't want it, by all means, Riley, don't take it. But, maybe when the dust settles from all this and you repair yourself, just the words he said are so poetic that it's okay to break, that your friends and your support system will put you back together. There's a lot of toxicity in manhood, and I can't speak on behalf of what that would look like in his community he comes from. But there's a lot of toxicity about like, don't cry, suck it up, be a man. And Riley shows us that a real man is allowing himself to break down, is allowing himself to wail to trusted friends into the night, and is a better person for it. The whole metaphor about scar tissue being stronger, which I don't know if that's actually true. I think they've pointed out like scar tissue is the same. It's the same strength. But the point is, the metaphor there is that when you've been broken, you are rebuilt a stronger version of yourself. And that might have just happened. So we wish Marissa the best. We wish Riley the best. And I hope that whatever problems they had that contributed to them not working out, they individually address. And then whenever future partners they have will be lucky to have a more evolved version of them. That's why I always say, it's so hard to find relationships that work out in your early 20s, mid 20s, and even, it's almost like the older you get, the more wise you become, the more you realize that the relationship is the dessert, that you do need to work on yourself, that you do need to water your own lawn, that you do need to put the respirator over yourself first before you can save somebody else. And relationships don't work out when two people are stranded at sea, clutching onto each other. No, you need to clutch onto your own like life support, your flotation device, and then help somebody else. And let's hope that he's just doing just that. So some of the comments have just been so amazing. Bachelor Rabbit Hole, inspiring. Ash Talks Batch, we got you. Deja Pickle says, we will always be here for you. That's what besties are for. We process, pick each other up, and we move forward. I've had the same scenario where some of my best conversations I've had with my mom are when I was so desperate that I needed someone to talk to that I trusted. And moms are good for that. And it's like, when I'm younger, I would have never imagined I'd go to my mom for like dating advice. And one of the things my mom taught me was to be less needy. And that was when I was going through a really tough breakup years ago, where I was so needing this other person for like their validation and their attention. And my mom was like, you need to be less needy. It's not attractive because it's not authentically you. You need to be in control of your life. You need to have all of your things covered, your your mission. You know, you have to have all that, or else the relationship, you're going to look for that in the relationship, and you're going to drain somebody else of their life force. And then it becomes very codependent and very much like vampires sucking energy from each other. And you don't want that. So whether you're going through a breakup or whether you're going through a relationship where you do lean too hard on the other person, just know that like it's okay to address where you are and address who you are and whatever imprints you have from your past, but work on them. Be a better version of yourself. It looks like Riley's doing just that. I'm happy that Riley can say that Bachelor Nation has been there to support him. He's not your typical former Bachelor contestant, where I truly believe he needed nothing from the show and he's perfectly fine without it. And I think that's such a strong place to be. Wishing him the best. Riley, if you do want to come back, we'd love to have you. And if you don't, we're just going to root you on regardless of what you end up doing. Let me know what you guys all think about this story, about his statement, and go over to his Instagram and send him some love. All right, that was this breaking news update. More content coming your way. Stick around. We'll be right back.